You went white shorts, didn't you?
No, only for the time trial.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, me and Cav used to have a discussion years ago about when he won the world title. Black shorts is very traditional. Black shorts, white jersey, black helmet, black bite. It allows the white jersey to stand out more because the rainbow jersey is the standalone piece. It's not the white shorts and everything that goes with it. Riders pull it off. Mario Cipollini pulled it off very well. I rode Milan-San Remo with him in 2003 as world champion. And I can remember him stopping. I was telling my son the other day, I remember him stopping about 80k to go. Side of the road, the whole team stopped with him. He stripped down, took his shorts off, everything, put new fresh kit on, white shorts, white jersey, and rolled up the peloton, helmet back on, because he didn't wear a helmet for the first 3/4 of the race.
Yeah.
But he changed his shorts at the side of the road. Yeah, just to be immaculate. Only Mario could get away with that.
Yeah. Did the rest of the peloton sort of allow him to?
Oh yeah, Mario was doing whatever he wanted to do.
He was the boss.
Yeah. But I mean, we were in full race mode. He just stopped, but he had 8 riders with him, and they brought him back up. No one waited for him.
Yeah.
But there's times of the race you can do that sort of stuff, and it might have been sort of drizzly at the start or something, so there was a bit of black specks on his shorts and that. But he wanted fresh kit for the final.
So you'd have to put a serious amount of forethought into that as well, to have someone waiting for you on the side of the road.
Vanity helps.
Well, yeah, just.
But Mario was doing anything you like.
I love that. Were you aware of that happening in the peloton?
I remember watching it at the side of the road, but Mario had a reputation for it. He the car would pull up earlier for head of the peloton on the side, and they'd have the kit ready for him to go. But no other rider could do that.
No.
I mean,
but you were in the peloton at the time. You were on the side of the road.
No, I was on the peloton. We whisked past, and obviously near the front of the peloton. He'd stopped. His team car was already there waiting with the fresh clothes.
What was the chat in the peloton when you know that's happening?
I think it was just like, there's Mario's changing again.
It's just normal behaviour for him.
For him it was normal. He obviously didn't have his numbers on his jersey at the start.
Yeah.
So the jersey he puts on had his numbers on. So it was all pre-planned. Helmet. There was a great picture on his Instagram this week, Mario put up, of him riding at the start in that race. He's got headband, long sleeve, sort of 3/4 shorts on. And so that was all planned. 80k to go, I'll put my race kit on. We start racing 80k to go.
Did you feel intimidated when you're racing alongside people like Cipollini?
Yeah, I did, because I'd grown up as a fan of the sport and loved watching them. There was a great funny story towards the end of that race. We had Baden Cook in our team, Bernie Eisel, of course, who works for Eurosport now. Cookie was trying to get up in the sprint. So I think Bettini had gone away with a couple of others. So Bettini won the race, and we were sprinting for 4th behind. Zabel was lining up, Cipollini, Baden Cook, who was coming onto the scene then, who obviously won green jersey the year before in the Tour de France, or that year, actually won that year in the Tour de France in 2003. I think he just sort of nudged Cipollini a little bit with his head. And Cipollini had looked round and seen an FDJ helmet, not realising, because it was 2. So after the finish line, I think Eisel was top 10, Cookie was 12 or something. Cipollini was pissed because he'd not won the race, and he was kind of very aggressive anyway. Just seen the Francis Giro rider come up, and it was Bernard Eisel. He thought that was the one who nudged him before, but actually it was Baden Cook. And he swung his arm, punched Bernie in the face. Bernie's helmet was all skew-whiff and kind of go, "Hey, what you doing? Why punch me, man?" And but Cipollini was just, there was no reason to. Baden Cook hadn't done anything wrong other than kind of nudge him, like, in sprints. But he thought it was Bernie Eisel. He took it out on Bernie, poor Bernie. And Bernie's glasses were all over the place. But it was just, that was what Mario was like. And then obviously, because he wasn't winning and he was world champion, when we got to Wevelgem that year, that was the famous one where he threw the bottle at the cameraman because he'd been dropped on the was in the Kemmelberg, that one. Yeah. So yeah, he was in a funny mood. I rode the Giro with him that year as world champion. And he didn't win many. I think he won one stage there, but he was sort of angry. As world champion, he sort of had a torrid time compared to the year before, and he was very sort of, kind of had quite temper on him that year. But it was, as I say, it was great to race those ones. See the likes of Cipollini, Pantani. I raced with Pantani in the Giro. He rode the San Remo that year. That
must have lived with Bernie for a while, though, like on the bus afterwards.
Yeah. No, I mean, we didn't have a bus. FDJ, we just had a camping car. But it was. Yeah, it was tussle with Cipollini. I remember that was, that's what I remember most about it.
Any other memorable San Remo moments for you?
Sure. Oh, well, there's another one. I remember riding 2009 Milan-San Remo, and Lance Armstrong was one of his first races back in Europe.
For Astana.
And I'm near the back of the peloton, and I'd never raced with Lance before that, actually, in his US postal years. although I was a professional. And he rode, I was at the back of the peloton. He rode up from behind, stopped for a wee or something, and tapped me on the back and said, "Here we go." That was it. He called my name.
Just want to say hello.
How the does he know who I am? I never knew. No, you knew. It just shows how aware he was of the whole peloton and which riders were joining which teams and stuff. And he, very astute. And that made me feel $1 million. I don't mind a million at the time. Little did I know what was going to happen after that. But hey, no, I mean at the time this was Lance Armstrong, and he was aware of his presence, within the peloton, and for him to know my name, having never raced with him, I thought, later that year, obviously we went toe to toe with the Tour de France, but yeah, I remember, distinctly remember that. I can't remember the last San Remo I rode, probably 2011 was the last one I rode. Yeah.
2009 was the year Cav won it. No?
That's right. Yeah. Cav won that year. Yeah, but just
an even closer finish than what we saw today.
Heinrich Hausler. It was the fastest he ever sprinted, I think, Cav, that year. So it was.
Well, he had a hell of a gap to close as well.
To think that's 12 years ago.
Yeah. Crazy.